everyone. Here we are on the set of Badlands Weekly once again, and we've been talking about all kinds of stuff, all Badlands, all the time right here at Badlands Weekly. And we're taking a quick, hard left turn and heading out outside of town a little bit to the Badlands Motor Speedway. I have an incredible guest with me today, a longtime friend and one of my favorite race car drivers of all time, Mr. Terry McCarl in the studio. Welcome, Terry.
Good to be here.
So, coming to see Badlands for the first time, leaving the Speedway out of it for a second, what do you think of this joint?
It's pretty amazing. My wife and I are pretty impressed, and then the layout is well thought out, and it's a fun place to be. You know, we were at the concert a while back, and we had an amazing time. But like I said, just the ideas behind the layout and the way it's a pawn shop during the day and a concert venue at night is pretty amazing.
Yeah, the team did a great job on it. It was great. You got to come and see Hairball.
Yeah.
For the first show. I know we're both big fans of Hairball, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
And they kind of broke the place in right, sold out show, and it was awesome.
And Vince Neil got his picture taken with me, so he was pretty happy.
Yeah, he's you know, Vince is a big race fan.
Yeah, I knew that.
From many years. And
he was a good guy. He was a good guy, too.
He jumped up on stage and sang with the band, and he can't wait to get out to the track, too. So speaking of the track, what are your thoughts of the whole Badlands Motor Speedway coming?
I'm just excited about the future of racing in this area. Sprint car racing, because that's what I do, but even throughout the other classes, I think everybody should be pretty excited, and I'm looking to the future. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I think it's going to be all pretty good.
It is, and you know, Huset's for many years has always seemed to be so comfortable for you to race there, and we're trying to make it even more comfortable now than just for the drivers, but for the fans and everybody. The whole experience we're trying to make comfortable. What is it about that track particular that is comfortable for you, and why have you had so much success there?
You know, I don't know. I won the second night I ever raced there, and that's just been one of my favorite racetracks. I've said it many times in interviews. It's just such a fun, demanding track. It can throw so many curveballs at you. You know, it can be rough and heavy and nasty and slick and lay rubber and do it all in one night. So I think, and I've said in the past about my sons, you know, Austin racing here. My son Carson is going to probably come up a few times this year. And
that's great.
I just think as a driver, it makes you into a great race car driver. And a mechanic. You have, like I said, it throws so many different dimensions at you that as a mechanic, they have the work cut out for them here too, because the track can change so much. So I love competition. I love winning, and I love, you know, Houston has always been a real demanding place, like I said. So to me, it's a tough place to win, but it's a fun place too.
You've talked a lot about the fans and how loyal they are here, and you brought up Pennsylvania, and we're trying to bring them west, by the way. We're working hard to get some of those guys out here to race at our track. Why are the fans so loyal in this area? I mean, it really is this whole belt of racetracks that the fans are extremely loyal. Does it go back to the drivers? How does that?
All the above. I think the tracks, you know, Houston has been around for so long. There's a lot of tracks in this area, and a lot of great drivers, you know, like Doug Wolfgang that comes from Darrell Dolly. I remember seeing Darrell and those guys when I was a young boy. I was there when him and Roger Larson passed, and you know, great drivers, great teams, and creates great fans and great racetracks. So good competitive racing is what the fans want to see, and then when you've got some personalities like Doug thrown into it, it makes it more fun.
One of the things that you've done is you've won 99 feature wins at Houston Speedway. So the timing is incredible with you know, Badlands coming up for the 100th. Now, I need to know, when is that going to happen? Is that literally opening day, or when is this 100th race?
I think to win the 100th on opening night for the big money that you put up for opening night, and we're definitely going to be there, and me and my son, and I think that'd be a great way to tip it off there, is to win that 100th race for that big money that you're putting up opening night. So I'm pretty excited about that, and everything you're doing out there, I think, is exciting for the fans and the drivers and the owners, so I'm really looking forward to it.
And you're one of a few drivers who have mentioned, and I say a few because literally a few, that you're going to go for both angles of the Gold Cup. And just to remind everybody what the Rock and Roll Gold Cup is, it's our big $250,000 race, and we're going to pay $50,000 for the wing sprints and $50,000 for the non-wing. But if somebody wins both of them, it's a $25,000 bonus. So it literally could be you know, $125,000 payday for that weekend. Not many people have ever done that. Can you tell us how the dynamics of that would work, and if you're really going to do that?
Oh, I'm going to do it. My sons were just giving me some guff about it the other day. They're calling me old man. They're like, "What are you going to do, old man? Run that non-wing?" I said, "What are you going to do?" I said, "I'm going to win." I said, "I'm going to win that. I'm going to put the $125,000 after that weekend. It'd be a pretty good trip to Mexico that winter." But you know, I've only ran non-wing 3 or 4 times, but I had a lot of fun. They're really fun to drive that way. A lot more dangerous. and you can't make very many mistakes in those things. They'll bite you. But I know this track pretty well, I think, and like I said, I've ran them before, and with the money, I told my sons, I said, there's not going to be a $50,000 to win show at Badlands that I'm not competing in. So if it was a street stock, I'd be fine on riding that thing too. So we'll definitely be there, and the fans will get to see me in this area. They've never got to see me race non-winged cars, so we're looking forward to that. It's going to be a great show.
First of all, thank you for being a part of the transition from Huset's to Badlands and being supportive of what we're doing out there. And we're real excited to have you at the track, and it's going to be a hell of a year. And to even have you just hanging out at Badlands and on the set of Badlands Weekly before we get going, it's going to be great. We'll probably be seeing a lot of each other out at the track this year.
Well, yeah, I'm a race fan at heart. If I can't race tomorrow on, I'd still be a fan and still be up here watching my sons or whatever. But at my heart, I'm a big race fan, like you said, a historian. So I just really appreciate what you're doing. And, it's time for, new infrastructure, new blood in the thing. And you've raised the bar on promotion in this whole area and actually across the country. I look for the PA guys and the California guys to be screaming about the purses they're racing for now and saying, hey, at Badlands, they're paying $5,000 every week. So I think you're raising the bar on all the promotion in this area, and as a guy who tries to do this for a living, we all really appreciate it.
Since we've been open, we bought thousands of items.
We've bought guns.
We've bought jewelry.
We bought designer handbags.
We bought guitars.
We bought tools.
And lawnmowers.
We bought TVs.
And iPhones.
We bought these kids.
No, we didn't. But we did buy this bench.
We even bought this. And all from you.
Bring us your stuff.
So we can buy it.
This is what we do.
We'll see you at the Badlands. Welcome back to Badlands Weekly. I'm Chuck Brennan, your host today, along with the legendary race car driver, Mr. Terry McCarl. And we were just chatting at the break about what we're doing for the tickets. It's awesome.
Yeah, if I lived in this area, I wouldn't pass up a season pass. The way you structured it and the way you're making up if there's rainouts and giving people credit towards next season, that type of thing, and then raining out and going to Sunday with the 410s. And,
right. Yeah, let me explain that to the viewers a little bit. Plus, we made a little video on our Facebook, so if you want to check out our Badlands Motor Speedway Facebook, you can. But what we've done is, especially last year, I think 5 of the first 6 races rained out, and the people are nervous to buy a season ticket. And you've mentioned you have a suite at another track, and if you do have the rainouts, what happens? Well, the first thing we did is we went to Saturday and Sunday night. So the big show, the show you're in, the 410 show on Saturday, if it does rain out Saturday, we're going to move that whole show right into Sunday. So all the tickets will be good, the purse will be good, everything will remain the same. So we got at least another chance at catching a nice night. But if it does happen to rain out and they do miss a night, we're going to give them full credit. So if somebody bought a ticket for X amount of dollars or a season pass and 10 of those races rain out over the season, on their next ticket for the following year, we're going to give them credit for those 10 races.
Oh,
and that's a big deal. And we've had a lot of questions on what the ticket prices are going to be and how's that going to work and is it going to go up or what it's going to do. And what we did is we averaged the 2 nights so we could keep the ticket prices the same, even though we're putting in $6 million of renovations to the track this year. Last year at Huset's, it was $15 to get in. And this year on Saturday night, it's going to be $20, and on Sunday night, it'll be $10. But we did put together a general admission ticket for $300 that gets you into every racing event. So it's less than $10 an event. And even with that, if 4 of the events got rained out, they would get $40 credit, towards the next year. We have that right up to the top of our incredible suites that we've just announced. We've got our approval done, and they're out there building already. And we're going to have 18 really nice VIP suites, elevators, individual heating and air conditioning, televisions in them, refrigerators, gorgeous suites, private restrooms on each level. It's going to be great. So we have everything from $10 a night up to the luxury suites at the track.
Well, I think if you're a fan in this area, you're crazy not to get a season pass, really.
Yeah, the season passes are really a great deal, and we protect them from the rainouts, and that was our goal. Plus, of course, you can walk up any night and grab a ticket for any of the events. So there you go. Tickets, everything's on sale right now at badlandsmotorspeedway.com. Racing season is just a few months away. And, the weather outside is frightful, so to speak, especially today. But it's going to change quick, and the changes are coming at Badlands Motor Speedway too. I really think you're going to like them. I know Terry McCarl likes them, and everybody so far has liked them, so you better like them too. We'll see you out at Badlands Motor Speedway May 21st. I'm Chuck Brennan here on the set of Badlands Weekly with our special guest today, Mr. Terry McCarl. Thanks for coming, Terry.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
The apocalypse revolution has begun. The home of guns, gold, and rock and roll, Badlands Pawn is proud to announce Badlands Live. Every Thursday night at Badlands Pawn in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. The biggest names in rock, live on the $1 Million concert stage. January 21st, Rival Sons. January 28th, Europe. February 4th, Tonic. And on February 11th, the hottest band in the world, Kiss Live. Badlands Live welcomes Kiss. February 18th, it's the House Band Invitational with Tom Kiefer. Plus, Don Dokken, Mark Slaughter, Kip Winger, and Stephen Piercy from Rats. Don't miss it. February 25th, Disturbed. March 3rd, Accept. March 10th, starring Queensryche. Is there anybody listening? Badlands Live. On March 17th, it's Suarte. March 24th sees Justin Moore. And on March 31st, the return of Grand Funk Railroad. You'd be a fool to miss The Offspring April 7th. April 14th, John Kay and Steppenwolf. April 21st, Loverboy. Here Comes Night Ranger, April 28th. The biggest Cinco de Mayo party in the nation with Los Tigres del Norte. May 12th, it's Kicks and Rido Bucket. May 19th, April Wine. And Megadeth, May 26th. General admission and luxury suite tickets for all shows are on sale now at Badlands Pawn and BadlandsBoxOffice.com. The home of guns, gold, and rock and roll brings you the best Christmas present ever. It's Badlands Live.
Welcome back to Badlands Weekly. Now, one of the biggest elements here at Badlands Pawn is the actual pawn line and the things that are coming through our doors on a daily basis that people will be bringing us in either to pawn it or to sell it. The items are crazy. Let's check in with Sonia and Ashley over on the Badlands Pawn line right now.
I worked at Dollar Loan Center. I was her assistant before. Now we're back.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Yes.
A typical day on the pawn line is super exciting. You never know what's coming in. We get jewelry, really old antique items that are super interesting to research, and it's just always changing, always new things coming in.
If we're not able to find a price, we do as much research as we can in-house. We have experts in-house in music, electronics, jewelry. We call them in if we need their assistance. Otherwise, we do have outsourced experts that we can call and get a hold of to help us out.
When a customer has a certain number in their head, majority of them do when they come in.
Sometimes people have more sentimental value.
We just have to explain to them what things are selling for now. And like Ashley said, a lot of people have sentimental value to that, so they're more attached, and so they're expecting a higher price. So it's just basically going through it with the customer and just explaining to them our process and what we can actually do for them. We have a really solid team. Everybody on the team is great, and we work together really well, and communication is key.
And everyone seems to have their own nicks and what they know more about, and so it's nice to be able just to rely on our team. We have a few returning customers just in the short amount of time that we've been open. They've probably been back 3 or 4 times, and it's nice. You just get to know them on a personal level, and they kind of tell you what's going on in their life, and you just get that intimate interaction with the customer.
My favorite buy that we've gotten so far is Sliver, our 6-foot wooden horse. I love Sliver. My second favorite buy we received is actually an autographed I Love Lucy photo.
We took in a orthopedic bone drill, which I think some people are kind of freaked out by it, but it's an interesting buy. You learn a lot about stuff when it's coming in when you don't know anything about it.
Stuff with history. Yeah. I love history, yeah.
Do you want to get rocked? Saturday, January 30th, the bombastic celebration of Arena Rock returns to the Swiftel Center. The world's ultimate 80s tribute band, featuring authentic recreations of Kiss, Bon Jovi, Def Leppard, AC/DC, and more. Tickets are just $19.50 in advance, on sale now at the Swiftel Center box office or online at Ticketmaster.com. Sponsored by Swiftel and Sprint in downtown Brookings. Hairball. With special guest Badlands House Band. Saturday, January 30th at the Swiftel Center in Brookings. Long live rock and roll.
Coming up next, we'd like to introduce you to our world-class security team here at Badlands. They're here to keep you safe, everybody safe, but most important, that $1 million in gold that's behind glass in our radio studio. Check this out.
Negative K, nothing further, just Kitty Campy in the corner. 19 Sergeant Central. 19 Sergeant check. Alright, 10 flight, 6 and 2, 1090.
We have a pretty good diverse group. We do have people that were in security forces in the military. Myself with the sheriff's office for about 13 years. We have some guys that are still full-time police officers with Sioux Falls.
19 Sergeant Central. 19 Sergeant.
Everybody here has a real good, strong safety and law enforcement background. Typically, if we have somebody that's doing anything suspicious, somebody will holler on the radio for everybody to keep an eye on this person. It's almost like an undercover sting that you see on TV. We'll talk back and forth on the radios, and this person will be watching them from this side, this person will be watching from this side. They're right on top of it. They do a complete firearms course as well as defensive tactics, CPR, the basic, just like law enforcement. You know, you go through your basic protect yourself and others courses. We have a large number of cameras in all the areas, and they all have the ability to pan and tilt and zoom digitally, so we can focus right in on activities that we might need to take a harder look at. Safety and security is always #1 with these guys, but when you have a large crowd with partying and the alcohol gets involved, you're in a different mindset because now you're looking for the people that are going to be unruly instead of somebody that might be wanting to steal. So it's a lot different beast. Dealing with employee issues is harder than anything else, and with this team, I don't have that issue. They work very well together. It makes my job a lot easier because I don't have to worry about them fighting amongst themselves.
As we mentioned last time, a new feature at Badlands Weekly is our Gun of the Week. We have an incredible selection of guns in our firing range and a team of experts that'll make sure your visit is one you'll remember for sure. Check out this week's Gun of the Week.
Hi, I'm Taylor from the Morning Crash on KBAD 94.5, back in Badlands Gun Range with Dale, the manager. Now, last week for the Gun of the Week, it was my first time shooting. You gave me a World War II era automatic rifle. What is the gun this week, and am I going to be able to handle this one?
You will. This has a little higher rate of fire. It's a more modern German submachine gun. This was built between, the first variant was in the mid-60s up until modern times. So about 40 nations have carried this in various forms, and numerous law enforcement agencies still carry it.
All right. All right, well, let's go
shoot it.
Some rounds.
Shoot.
Well, here we are in the VIP lane to the gun range. Let's go through how this gun works.
Okay. Unlike last week, this one actually has a safety on it. You see, it's even though it's a German gun, S is for safety, E is for semi-auto, and F is for full auto. Okay. So this one we can shoot a few rounds semi-auto, so you get a feel for it before we put the fun switch down to F. F actually means fun.
Oh, okay. A lot of fun. Now,
yes.
What was this one called again? What's the name of this gun?
It's a German MP5.
MP5.
And it's got a collapsible stock on it, so that makes it a little cooler and harder to find.
More rare.
It is more rare.
That's awesome.
Yes.
All right.
Unlike last week's gun, this does fire from a closed bolt. It's not loaded right now, but when the bolt is closed and the magazine in, the gun will be loaded. And it does shoot the same 9mm as we did last week, but the rate of fire is going to be a lot faster.
Okay.
That's the main difference in
Got
this
it.
gun.
And those are pretty standard for most guns, right?
Well, it's standard for a submachine gun of this size.
Okay. Got it. Okay, I'm ready to fire.
I'm ready to teach you. Let's do it. Okay. The sighting system is a little bit different than you had last week. Last week there was a little notch that you looked through. This time there's a little hole that you look through. Okay? When you look through the hole, you'll see the front sight post. It'll peer inside of this, we call this a rear aperture, okay? Okay, to load it, you just grab this, the charging handle, you pull it back, down, and you let it go, and it loads. It's unsafe, so it won't go boom. Okay, lean into it again. Now when you pull the trigger, I want you to, when you hear it go bang once, let off, and you'll probably shoot 3 rounds. Let's try it. Ready? Go ahead. Hey, that was 3 rounds, just like I said.
Nice. Yeah.
All right. See how this one has a little bit more of a rate of fire? It kind of pushes you back. That's why you got to lean into it a little bit more and get that rhythm of it. When we dump this magazine, I want you to aim for that little ribbon right below the cross. See that ribbon?
I do.
Yeah. Han's going to get shot in his ribbon.
Not on the trigger.
Okay.
Right here.
Let me put it on safe. Then I'm going to load it. Okay, it's loaded now. I'm going to put it down on full auto. Now I'm going to put my hand on your back again, so if you start rocking back, I'll be able to hold you down. Whenever you're ready, you can hold the trigger down. I'm going to put some pressure on your shoulder and shoot it right in that ribbon. Hold it down. That was cool, wasn't it?
That was really cool. I don't think I did as well this time around, but it was awesome.
Not quite as, you did not shoot quite as good because this has a higher rate of fire and it's harder to control. That's why you were rocking back a little bit, why I had to kind of push you forward.
But if someone wants to come experience some power, this is a great gun and they can come and try it out right here in our gun range.
Yes, they can. Again, this is another rare gun that's hard to find. We have it right here at Badlands and you can come on down and rent it.
I know a lot of guys would love to come and try this out, and this being the gun of the week, they absolutely can.
Yes, come down to Badlands Gun Range, ask for the gun of the week, the German MP5, and we'll get you set up.
We'll see you next time on Badlands Weekly.
So thanks for tuning in to Badlands Weekly once again. This is my favorite part of the week, to host this awesome television show and show you what we have going on at the Badlands. We'll see you at the Badlands.
The apocalypse revolution has begun, and Badlands Pawn, Gold, and Jewelry is here to save the world. The most unbelievable business on the face of the earth is right here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and the pawn industry will never be the same. We're giving you more of what you want. More electronics, more jewelry, more musical instruments, more guns, more gold, and more rock and roll. Badlands Pawn is not your typical pawn shop. We are 70,000 square feet of guns, gold, and rock and roll, with many attractions including our own rock radio station. KBAD 94.5 broadcasts right from the pawn floor behind bulletproof glass for listeners to see. If you're not in the area, we're always streaming at kbad945.com with live DJs 24/7. We are home to a multi-million-dollar, 14-lane, state-of-the-art indoor firing range capable of handling handguns to 50 caliber machine guns. Bring your own firearms or rent one from our collection. We also have a massive selection of new and used guns for sale at our gun shop. Need some new ink? Badlands Ink and Dye Tattoo Shop gives free tattoos all day, every day. Choose the tattoo you like from our line of custom Badlands designs. We have $1 million in gold bars on display. Come take your picture with it, and while you're here, see how to produce gold and silver medallions at our in-house foundry. Maybe you just want to kick back, relax, and play a bit. Our Badlands Saloon has your favorite video poker machines. Rock out to KBAD and enjoy a cold beer or beverage on us. Need tickets to your favorite concert event at Badlands or anywhere else in the country for that matter? Stop by the Badlands box office or look them up online at badlandsboxoffice.com. Badlands Entertainment Group is quickly becoming the go-to agency in the music industry. Along with managing Hairball and our very own Badlands House Band, our entertainment group has created Badlands Live, our Thursday night concert series that has already locked in acts like Disturbed, Megadeth, The Offspring, and even Kiss, just to name a few. We convert the entire pawn shop into a full-scale concert venue in just 1 hour. Check out badlandsboxoffice.com to see the full lineup and purchase tickets. Grab a fresh sandwich, salad, or soup at Cleaver's Bad Deli, located on our pawn shop floor. They use top quality meats and cheeses from Boar's Head and have created their own line of sauces. You can eat at the pawn shop or take it to go. To keep up on everything Bad, we've created Badlands Weekly, a product of Bad TV that features celebrity interviews, news, events, and what's happening around the pawn shop. Our Badlands Monthly magazine allows you to read up on news articles about upcoming events, concerts, and shows, as well as find information on everything Badlands. They're distributed at over 150 locations around the area and are 100% free. Badlands Motor Speedway is set to open up in May of 2016. We'll race every Saturday and Sunday with events like the $100,000 Silver Shootout and the $250,000 Rock and Roll Gold Cup. Don't forget, we are a pawn shop. If you're looking to get the maximum value for your pawn, then you've come to the right place. We give loans that other pawn shops can't and guarantee the best rates. If you need some extra cash, bring us your guns, jewelry, electronics, instruments, or anything else of value, and we'll take it off your hands. Our music department is stocked full of great deals on guitars, drums, amps, keyboards, instruments, and accessories, all at killer pawn shop prices. Badlands Pawn has the largest pawn shop selection of watches and jewelry in South Dakota. We're your go-to place when you want to find the best pieces at the best prices. We can also melt, fix, or customize your jewelry, allowing you to have exactly what you want. Looking for Badlands swag? We have a wide variety that includes everything from t-shirts, leathers, jackets, mugs, even barbecue sauces. Don't forget that inventory changes on a daily basis, so be sure to stop in every time you're in the area. Badlands Pawn Gold and Jewelry, the home of guns, gold, and rock and roll in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We'll see you at the Badlands.